Alright, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Bounty here, and I am bringing you some more Nitara gameplay here for MK1 now. I don't know if you can tell by the thumbnail or the title of the video, but I am playing some casual games with Striker. We're just doing some casuals. We're not really doing anything super serious. He gave me permission to record and upload it on YouTube, but unfortunately I had my settings wrong. Because as you can hear in the background, he is talking. We're talking, you know, just sharing tech with each other's respective characters. I was telling him a little bit about Nitara, the issues with player 2 and stuff, how about my certain combos, which is whiff. But that's just the overall general thing. It's not necessarily a Nitara thing. And then he was just telling me a little bit about Goro, like how he uses Goro with this cameo. He uses mainly Sub-Zero, but he is trying out other cameos. We are really just having fun, just messing around with different cameos, different stuff, doing a lot of different things like that. So this wasn't like a super serious, like a Combat League set or anything like a tournament match or nothing. We're just having fun, messing around, talking in the chat. He does stream as well. I will put his Twitter as well as his Twitch in the description if you want to check out more of his Havik gameplay. He's a really good Havik player. I mean, he won the tournament, CEOTAKU, the first ever offline tournament for MK1, so he definitely knows what he's doing. And trust me, these games, even though I did get completely destroyed by him because he is a very good player, I would say that, you know, despite me playing a Havik of this level, you know, because I'm just so used to playing people on Combat League who aren't necessarily doing, like, you know, super optimal stuff or really 100% comfortable with their character. So just actually going up against somebody that really knows what they're doing definitely caught me off guard. But, you know, hats off to him. Even if I did know the matchup and stuff like that, he's definitely would have just destroyed me anyways, because he just really is that good of a player in my opinion. I've always said this because we've been really good friends since MK1 days, where he was a Ferritor player, and also in Injustice 2 where he played Bane well. He was a really good Bane player as well in Injustice 2. And even back in those days, he was also very good. And I even told him too, I was like, maybe one day you should save up some money and just go up to an event, because you never know, because you definitely have what it takes. And his first ever offline event that he went to was CEOTAKU, and he ends up winning it, so really happy for it. I remember when it did happen, I was on Twitter ready to congratulate him because he definitely deserved a very hard fought win. Coming all the way from the losers bracket as well was very crazy, so hats off to him for that. So I'm just gonna give sort of like I wouldn't necessarily say like a commentary style gameplay, more so just talking about the game, what I was more so thinking about while I was playing. And also, like I said, the game audio is a little bit messed up, but this is the best that I can do, because before it was very staticky, very messed up. Some of the audio you can tell is a bit overlapped as well because of from the game and also from his stream, because I ended up separating the channels wrong. I was supposed to separate them, but for some reason they went together into one audio stream. So for some reason all the audio is now overlapped, so I'm sorry about that. It may not be the best in terms of audio, but I would say in terms of the video and the gameplay you are watching, this is a pretty good gameplay. Right now, he's just zoning me out using Havik zoning, and I'm trying to counter zone a little bit using my Kung Lao cameo. Because Nitara, she doesn't have any projectiles. She does with her down forward forward right there. Try to do a fatal blow, maybe to catch a whiff on the fireball, but unfortunately I didn't get it in time. Her fatal blow is slow. I don't know if you saw my beginner's guide or my advanced guide saying that her fatal blow is very slow, so getting punishes like that is very tricky for her. There's about 10 seconds left on the clock. It's a very tense situation right now. Gets the down 2 anti-air. Let me see, he's saying something.
Wednesday in the long run.
Oh, he's talking about his stream schedule, I'm assuming, because he says something about Wednesday. But yeah, Havik's down 2 is very, very good. I learned that sort of like as we progressively played more games together, because we played for like about an hour. These games were very, very long. You're just seeing a first to 3 that I'm just recording, you know, because the later half of the hour-long video, the audio just gets completely unbearable in my opinion. But the first 15 minutes is I can work with the first 15 minutes, so I'm just showing you the first to 3 that we did. You know, nothing too crazy. Like I said, it's just some casual games. It's not like this is a tournament or anything. We're just having fun. So right here I'm doing my classic, you know, Nitara pressure that I do. Forward 1 into the low hat, or forward 1-2, which is the overhead. But he catches me right there, hits me with the combo, gets the tether, the unblockable, hits me with that. This should be the round actually. Ooh, he drops it. I highly doubt I do anything though, just because yeah, the corner positioning, and also because those punches that he does a lot of chip damage as well. And I don't necessarily know the flawless block timing with Havik to get, so because you know, I'm not aware if you all know this, but if you get the flawless block timing, you do take no chip damage. I did make a video for Baraka explaining like tips on how to beat him. And one thing I did mention was learning the flawless block timing with Baraka, because it just completely negates that chip damage. He is safe afterwards, but you don't take any chip. And right now, this is what I talk about with Havik's down 2 just being really good. It just always catches me out the air. But I'm so used to just, you know, just air dashing into people.
Excuse me?
He just screamed right there. I don't know if you all heard it.
Did y'all see that?
Yeah, it was a whiff. I don't know if you all caught that in the video, but it whiffed for some reason. I don't know what the hell that was about, but it let me to get out the corner, so I'm not complaining. But he ends up taking that right there, so he's just really good, man. Playing very solid with Havik. And like I said, we're just, you know, just having fun, just messing around, doing all these sorts of things. So it's not like I'm getting upset or anything about it. Right here, he switches characters. I think this is where he goes Reptile, or maybe he goes Reiko. Because we were just, you know, just messing around, like I said.
Yeah, I didn't get to play in the last TNS because work said no, so I have no idea.
And here he just said about another tournament called TNS. I think that's Tampa Never Sleeps. That's also another online tournament that they do. So here I switched to Darius cameo, just, you know, just to mess around. And also because in the practice mode, I saw some very tricky stuff you can do with the Darius cameo, getting some really weird overhead low setups that you can do.
Want me to still play Havik? I can still play Havik.
I just told him he could play whatever. You can't hear my audio for some reason, which is why I said I really need to check my settings as to why like my audio just did what it did.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you can hear him, but you can't hear me, and also the audio overlapped for some strange reason. So I definitely need to check that for next time. But yeah, I just went with Darius, like I said, because his cameo, I don't know if you all are aware of this, but he has a cameo to where you can hold the second hit, and the second hit is an overhead. So what my logic was to call the cameo in, do my dive kick to get the hard knockdown, and hold the cameo so that as they're waking up, maybe go for my back four sweep into his overhead and get a launch. That was my idea going into it. I was working on it a little bit in the practice mode. I was trying to set it up right there, but unfortunately I messed up my timing because, you know, I'm so used to just using Kung Lao as a cameo that I'm not really too comfortable using the Darius cameo. But his reptile is also pretty good. Like I mentioned earlier as well, he does have a Reiko that he's been messing around a little bit. Reiko and Darius is very good. But like I said, the later half of the video, the audio is just completely unbearable for some reason. I don't understand why, so unfortunately I can't put that. But at least you guys get to see this game. Seeing a little bit of his Havik as well as his Reptile and his Striker right here is really good. And you know, as well as my low tier Nitara. As much as I wouldn't say she's like completely like bottom one unusable character, but for sure with this player 2 glitch bug right now that's happening, like it definitely hurts her a lot compared to other characters, because you really can't even do her basic B&Bs anymore because it requires the air dash, and the air dash jump into whiffs on everybody in the game, which just sucks for some reason. So I really hope that they fix that soon, because I can't really go for my optimal damage, nor can I go for my optimal setups, but I have to sacrifice my damage just for something basic, like getting around 350 to 300 damage as opposed to just getting my normal 350 to 400, but it's all good. He goes for the dash over to the other side, because that is like a pseudo mix-up. I don't really know if that's a actual true mix-up. I haven't played enough reptiles to know. But when they go for that low string into the dash, they can confirm that into a combo. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a very proficient person when talking about reptile. I just really know Nitara. So let me see what he's going for. He's going for the low. He's staggering a lot as well. He's trying to catch me off guard, maybe trying to hit me, get a button to maybe counterattack me in some form. Like I said before, trying to use these air dashes to get out, but the down twos coming from downtown, man, they're just so strong. They're so strong in this game. Ooh, I get the punish right there. He goes for the dash. Oh, but I dropped my standing 4. So unfortunate, so unfortunate. I can make this comeback, but with the barometer and also reptile with the force balls is so annoying to deal with. I think here I just cash out the damage. Yeah. Let me see what I go for. 2-4 in the fatal blow. Okay. So I can make the comeback. He does have 3 bars of meter to break. I don't know why he didn't break that actually.
My breaker? Hello? Wait, did it cross my breaker up?
I don't know if you heard it in the background, but he's saying I think he got crossed up by the breaker. Now it's not a cross up. I don't think he had the cameo active because, you know, to get a combo breaker in this game, you do have to have your cameo active, and I don't think the striker was active. Oh, he activates his invisibility. This should be GG's right here. Yeah, the force ball. I couldn't see what he was doing. But yeah, that was a nice little first to 3 with Striker. I would like to thank him again for the games, and I hope that you all enjoyed.